Maybe you know the feeling. In a meeting, someone answers before the question is even finished. A quick decision is needed, and a colleague simply moves while you are still turning it over in your head. You start to see yourself as the slow one, the clumsy one, the person who always reacts a beat too late. But here's something worth knowing. Quickness at work is far less a gift you were born with and far more a set of small habits. And habits can be changed. The first thing to see is what that slowness usually is. Very often, it is not that your brain is slow. It is that a gap opens between the moment to act and the moment you actually move. You hesitate, you overthink, you wait for the perfect words, close that gap, and much of the slowness quietly disappears. So start with a simple trick that many people rely on. When you feel yourself hesitate, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move before you reach the end. This countdown, made popular by Mel Robbins, gives your brain a launch signal and pushes you past the pause before doubt can take over. Use it to open the document, to raise your hand, to pick up the phone you have been avoiding. The fear of the call is almost always worse than the call itself. Pair that with a rule from David Allen. If a task will take less than 2 minutes, do it the moment it lands in your hands. Answering the short message, filing the receipt, sending the quick reply. Alone, each one is tiny. Left to pile up, they become a heavy list that drains you, and when a bigger task feels too heavy, combine the two. Count down, then promise yourself just 2 minutes of work. Very often, once you have started, momentum carries you the rest of the way. The next tip is the one that helps the most, and it happens before the moment even arrives. Decide in advance. Researchers call these if-then plans. You choose ahead of time, if this happens, then I will do that. If a customer asks about pricing, then I send this set reply. If the meeting runs long, then I speak first. The reason you freeze under pressure is that you are trying to decide from scratch, right when your mind is busiest. Pre-deciding removes that load, and studies show people follow through 2 to 3 times more often when they plan this way. Build on that by preparing your defaults. Keep ready-made replies for the messages you send often. Keep a short checklist for the tasks you always fumble. When the situation comes, your quick response is already loaded, and you only have to press play. What looks like fast thinking is often just good preparation wearing a disguise. Another quiet thief of speed is switching. Every time you jump from one kind of task to another, your brain pays a small toll to change gears. Do that all day long, and you feel slow even though the real cost is the jumping itself. So group similar work together, answer all your messages in one block. Batch the small errands. You will feel faster because you are wasting less. You can also train quickness directly. Take a familiar task, set a timer, and try to gently beat your own time. A little friendly pressure teaches your brain to respond without dawdling and without lowering your quality. Do this with something you already do well, like sorting the inbox or writing a routine update. The goal is not to rush. It is to show yourself that you can move a little sooner than you thought, and that the world does not end when you do. And none of this works if the engine is starved. Sleep is the single most powerful lever for reaction time and clear decisions. Even one bad night noticeably slows your thinking the next day. A short walk or a bit of exercise sends more blood to the brain, and within a few weeks, it measurably sharpens your speed. Much of what feels like being slow by nature is really just a tired, underfueled brain. One last thing. A great deal of slowness is not slowness at all. It is worry. When your mind is full of what if I get it wrong, there is little room left to actually do the task. So make the first move smaller and safer. Lower the stakes of starting, and you will find yourself starting sooner. You do not need to have been born quick. Reaction speed can be trained at almost any age. And with a little consistency, the change shows up faster than you expect.